again, we're standing right outside of the school where little Moises Murillo died. The mother of a special needs student brought to tears outside the elementary school where he died.
It's just sad how somebody's irresponsibility could damage somebody eternally for life.
Attorneys representing the family of then 8-year-old Moises Murillo announced a record settlement.
I'm Steve Vartazarian. The most catastrophic of injuries is what I've been working on and specializing in. I get a call from my good friend Tori Owens, and he says, I got a case that I think you'd be interested in. A friend of mine, Mike Carrillo, and his dad, Luis Carrillo, they got this kid who was killed in the school district. 8-year-old boy, special needs, Down syndrome, couldn't walk, couldn't talk. Moises shows up to his second day of the extended school year. He wasn't familiar. He had never been in this classroom in the extended school year. The teacher was not his regular teacher, and so they were unfamiliar with him and what to do with him. There was a lot of evidence that I went through, but none of it talked about what happened. That shocked me. I was like, wait a minute. There's a comprehensive 98-page police report or something like that. Everyone was interviewed. Everyone says that they know what happened, but no one's saying what happened. All they said was he fell in the chair and he passed away. You know, that didn't sound right to me. How does a child in a wheelchair die in a classroom within 20 minutes of getting to school that morning? This teacher, she tried to push his wheelchair under that desk and it didn't fit. She was trying to get a work surface in front of him. So what she did was she removed him from his wheelchair. That was not called for in his IEP. It's an individualized education program. And as she did that, he was leaning side to side because he doesn't have trunk stability. So they proceeded to tie him to this chair with a physical therapy gait belt. And he ended up pushing himself back, hit the back of his head so hard on the cement ground in the classroom that he fractured the second vertebral body of his cervical spine in his neck. It went into the front of his spinal cord, severed it, and killed him. That's what happened. That's what happened. And so when we talked to the school district about it, they all lied to me. I'd ask questions such as, why did you take Moises out of the chair? Such and such said he needs it for therapy. The teacher's own convenience, they tried to adapt him to the existing environment as opposed to the other way around. Because he's special needs, you're supposed to adapt the environment to him. The animation was integral, and we hired the best experts, wheelchair expert, a chair expert. You know, we did all kinds of testing with dummies, and we were able to figure out exactly the force it took, that Moises possessed the force it took to push himself backwards. And the final product of that visual was so strong that when the school district saw it and the defense attorneys looked at it, and I played it in the course of an expert deposition, their jaws dropped. Everyone knew at that very moment that that's exactly what happened. Without that animation, there is no way this case would have settled for 18 million, period. Left up to the imagination can be quantified, but left up to a visual where you can look at it, it makes you feel different. And that's the magic of the animation. Once you go to that extent and to that length, where you create a visual of what happened, the case kind of takes life. It starts breathing. And when you're able to see what happened, it changes everything. So that's how important these visuals are. And that's why I would urge every attorney, spend time on creating these demonstratives, be it a storyboard, be it an animation. This is how you communicate. Without these visuals, there would not be these settlements.